Hey there, Pancake. How's it going? Hey there, everybody else. How's it going? Bit of a mess on the wall. Out of focus though. So, this camera is sort of working, but for the most part it's not. So, I've got a Patreon page. Check it out. There's a link in the description. That is if you want to support this channel. If not, never mind. Carry on with the video. And just like that, she's sleepy. So, today, we're zoomed in too much. Today, what I have for you is this. Logitech subwoofer. Now, the video's not really about the sub. Well, it kind of is. The sub is going to be in the video. Well, it is right now, as you can see. But I also have something else that I'll be showing in a minute. So yeah, the camera has a bit of an issue with the display. I've got to look through the viewfinder as though I'm taking a picture. That is the only way I can see what is in focus. So it's kind of annoying, and I might have to switch to a different camera if this doesn't work out as well as I'd like. So because of the camera issue, recording at low angles and certain tight positions is a little more difficult than you would think. I'll try to manage, but you might see a drop in quality if I shift to a different camera such as my phone or one of my previous cameras. So yeah, anyway, let's get on with the video. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to take a dump in a toilet on the moon? My bad, that was the wrong question. Have you ever wondered what sort of a temperature a sub reaches when the coil starts to smell? Well, good news, today we are about to find out. So I've managed to get my hands on a device that will help me read the temperature of just about any object pretty accurately. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this out because it might get a little hotter when it's out. Also, we'll probably be able to get a little bit more of an accurate reading if I can actually get to the side. But I'll also be taking a reading of the front of this and maybe even the ventilation hole on the magnets. Now, the device that I actually bought. There'll be a link to that in the description. It is the better model in the range, but also it's not really that expensive. It did take a couple of weeks to get here though. But then again, I'm a fairly patient person. Oh, and there's no wires connected to this. Okay, so the thing I'm going to be taking the temperatures with is this. So I've been after one of these for a while now and just recently managed to get my hands on one. So inside the box is this. We have a manual and also this, but we'll only be needing this. Inside the case, we have this. So that right there is the make, and this is the model, and check out those vanes. The one thing that doesn't come with it is a battery. So the battery goes into here, and as you can see, it takes one of these 9 volts. So I connect this to there. And by the way, if any of this is out of focus, that is because the screen on my camera does not work. So, oh well. And that goes in there like this, and then you close it. This is what the back of it looks like. So when you press the trigger, you get that display right there. And when you actually press the trigger, you get a reading that comes from this. So in this room right now, it is 28 degrees, 57% humidity. I'm not too sure what this one is, something to do with dew. And then the temperature of this, which is what it was pointing at, is 29.8. So there are various modes you can choose from. And it also has an ultraviolet setting. Don't know if you can see that, but there's a bit of purple right there. And you can also turn off the dots and then turn it back on when you want your cats to run after it, which is what I've been using it on, so you know what you're pointing at. So if you're feeling slightly ill and you want to take your temperature, you can turn the laser off and point it at your head. It's 38. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly reconnect these wires. And finally, we can start. Okay, so here we have the sub on top of the box connected and everything. Now, the only issue with actually playing the sub on the box like this is that underneath the sub, we have this. That right there is the magnet, and on the magnet is ventilation for the coil. So because of how flat that is, we can't put it on a flat surface. What we have to do is put the box face down so we can rest the sub on the heatsink. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, the sub now has enough airflow to cool down the coil sufficiently. Okay, so the first reading we have on this is 26.4. Okay, I've got some music playing and it's starting to make a bit of a rattling sound because it's basically metal on metal. So what I'm going to do is put this underneath the magnet. And there we go, that is much better. And the music stopped. Okay, so let's take a quick temperature reading whilst it's playing. (27.2). Okay, so rather than have this go up to 1 degree, and it doesn't even feel warm, I'm going to play some bass notes and have it go up a few degrees. Okay, so right now I have 15 Hertz playing, and I'm just going to leave that playing and gradually turn up the volume. Now, I may eventually change the frequency that's playing, but whilst it's playing, I'm going to be taking a reading. So what I'll do is I'll turn up the volume and keep an eye on the temperature. Alright, so it appears to be a little warmer towards the edges. It doesn't really feel that warm. Let's maybe turn up the frequency. That is 18 Hertz. It's getting quite a bit warmer. And this is 20 Hertz. Now it's about 34 degrees in the center. And nearly 40 on the outside. And I'm actually beginning to smell voice coil. Yep, now I can smell voice coil. So at around 40 degrees, you start to smell voice coil. And by the way, whilst we're here, the heatsink is nearly 50 degrees. Okay, so seeing as though there's not much else I can do with this, I'm gonna shove it up your... Bro, chill out. I'm going to put this back into here and shove it up your ass. Okay, so if you came for the speaker, there is no more speakers in this video, so stick around if you want. I don't know. I'm not forcing you to do anything. Although I am sort of making you watch my hand, watch my video, watch, stay, watch, you will stay and watch. Okay, so what else can I do with this then? It's kind of annoying not being able to focus on stuff now. I have to focus and then do what I'm doing and then look at the camera again to refocus if I'm going to do something else. I may try using another camera at some point. It won't be 4K, it will be 1080p. The only benefit really is being able to film normally. So let's see what else we can have a look at the temperature of. So my wall right now is 26 degrees. Okay, so right here I have a lighter. Now currently this is more or less the temperature of my room, 27.6. My room is 28.1. But inside here we have some butane gas. And you see that black thing there? That will empty the gas onto the desk if I press it. But first what I'm going to do is light this candle. And I will see what temperature that burns at. And surprisingly, it's kind of hard to get a reading on this. And my computer monitor is roughly more or less 37. Okay, so now let's try to get a measurement of this butane. So I'm going to put the lighter here like this, and then I'll use this matchstick just to squeeze this, and then I'll quickly grab the... Somebody's calling me. Okay, so where was I? In this room, bored, making a video. Okay, so I'm going to go like this, and then... And I broke the matchstick. So I'm going to go like this, and... Totally missed the desk. Well, that was about 24 degrees. Let's just try it with this. (12.7). Okay, so this was a good mess around video. All I really wanted to do was test this out, which I've done successfully, more or less. And I would use more of that butane, but I want to save it for my lighters and one of my soldering irons. So yeah. The link for this will be in the description, and I will see you next time. Maybe with a different camera, maybe not. We'll see how it goes.